Welcome to our Camino. Tomorrow we start the walk, our first day. We decided to start in Pamplona rather than the normal start point because of a lack of accommodation there. We flew from La Paz in Mexico to London, and then from London to Madrid, and spent 3 days in Madrid, which was really fun. We're now in Pamplona, and it's a fantastic place to start from. If you've forgotten to pack something, there are lots of shops here to spend money on to get the things that you need. The one thing that we didn't realise was the weather is quite cold. We packed for sunny weather, so a few things have been added to the weight of our rucksacks in terms of trying to keep warm. But tomorrow we do our first 25 kilometers. Because we've started in Pamplona and not the beginning, we're probably going to extend the walk to finish there rather than finish in Santiago. So hopefully the weather's going to be kind to us on the through walk, and thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy our walk as much as we do. Take care. The narrow streets of Pamplona, full of coffee shops and restaurants and people. So we set off at 7 o'clock this morning. It's now 11 and we've been climbing for the last 3 hours, and it's been raining and blowing, and yeah, lots of tired people, but a fantastic view. And the reason why it's been windy, you can see from the windmills. Gabby's back. Her rucksack rain cover just blew off. We're at the top. That's all morning. That was tough. We'll have to get Gabby a new rucksack rain cover. It just blew off and disappeared. And here's one of the famous sites. As you can see, it's pretty high. 2. We're on the downhill stretch. About, I think we've done about 14 kilometers, maybe, and 10 more to go. The path's quite stony. Seven o'clock start again. I'm amazed at the amount of people walking this. There's a constant stream, all ages, from different countries, all carrying different pack sizes, Some people taking advantage of the delivery service from point to point for packs and just walking with day packs, which is a good idea. We're just getting to the top of a steep climb and about to come into another village. So far the weather today's been good, not too hot, no rain, and we're coming from oh, where the hell was it? Oh, we're going to Los Arcos. Christ, I forget the name of the place we've come from. The accommodation so far has been fantastic, very clean in all the places we've stayed, and very welcoming. Obviously all their business is generated from the Camino, and yeah, it's been good so far. It's been tough. I would not say it's easy, it's doable. Roughly 22 kilometers a day, sometimes a bit more, but it's been very hilly, and every time you come down a hill you think, oh no, we come down a hill, it means we've got to go up a hill, and all the villages seem to be at the top of hills, which is expected. But there we go, we're coming into another village. We stopped for breakfast at the last one. It's actually quite amazing the amount of villages you go through, with the amount of people walking through, that some villages have nothing, no cafe, no tienda, nothing. Great business opportunity for people in those villages that they don't seem to adopt, which is a bit strange. And when you come to a cafe, bar, restaurant in a village, it's packed. So yeah, if you're thinking about opening up a business, want half the year off, open one up in one of the villages in the Camino. You'll get good business. Fantastic view from the top. Here comes Gabby. People walk at their own pace, so you're being passed during the day and overtake people. You bump into the same people all the time. And I don't know what that is, an old fort up there, I suppose. So today was a pretty long day from Logrono to Nahir. Our longest day so far, 28 kilometers, but fortunately it was relatively flat. About 21 kilometers uphill, but only a slight incline for 21 kilometers, which was it was okay actually. We got to the top, and then it was a slow ascent down the other side. Not so busy today, not so many people on the Camino. The only issue was the wind. It was very windy, which didn't spoil it, but it was cold. But yeah, the whole day was pretty good. No complaints there at all. We got to Nahir. Unfortunately, I couldn't book any accommodation there. It was all gone, which we realised about 3 days ago. So we've ended up staying in quite an unusual place. It's still on the Camino. The room is fantastic and there's a decent restaurant downstairs, but it's a truck stop. It's full of truckers and daft lorries. I'll show you. Well, there's the diesel filling point, and here are the trucks. The accommodation here is actually really good, and we've just seen two other people walk into the reception area, which is actually where you pay for your petrol, and two other Camino people. So it looks like here is completely full, and we're starting to find that the further we get into the Camino, the more difficult accommodation is becoming to find. A lot of places are absolutely sold out. So far it's been pretty good, pretty straightforward to book stuff, but it's getting harder, and I'm sure the further we get into it, the more difficult it's gonna be. Oh, there's some more trucks. So there we go. Today, for the first time, we saw quite a number of people walking in hiking sandals and socks with their boots tied to the backs of their rucksacks. Could have been because it was relatively flat, but I think it's to do with blisters. We're coming across an awful lot of people that have got blisters, and it appears, and I may be generalising here, but those people were actually walking with hiking boots seems to be the people that are suffering. The ones doing using trail shoes and lightweight walking trainers seem to be fine, but the traditional hiking boot seems to be causing people a lot of problems, and there are some people, you know, along the wayside, you see them treating their blisters, and their feet are in a horrendous condition, and they're only really at the start of the whole Camino. The chemists in the stopping points in the villages, where there is one, are busy. Today was a day of vineyards. As you can see from across the road from the truck stop, there's actually a vineyard and a processing plant here, and we must have passed 6 or 8 vineyards everywhere. They do drink a lot of wine in Spain though, so you can see why they grow so much. Very little olives, but lots and lots of vineyards. So after 5 days hiking, how's the body feeling? It's pretty tiring at the end of each day. It's manageable. 22, 24 is what we try and aim for. But what's aching today? Feet. We walked on gravel most of the day in loose chippings, a bit uncomfortable. The rucksack doesn't seem to be causing any issues, and it's been quite interesting looking at people pass us. We don't actually pass very many people ourselves, but yeah, the average pack size seemed to be 32 to 38 litres. Some people with day packs that are obviously transporting their main rucksack between locations. Costs about €7 to go from about 25 kilometers. So they pick it up at your hotel or a hostel or albergue and deliver it to your next place. Quite a good idea. Although we have seen people with 40, 50 and 60 litre packs not seem to be struggling, but the packs are huge. Very misty this morning, early morning start. Only 14 kilometers to go to Burgos, where we have a rest day. It looks pretty flat, so we should be pretty quick. I had to come off the beaten track last night. The route splits and we took the southern route. I think everybody else took the northern route, but our accommodation was on the southern route. Burgos. It's been a walk along the highway. Nice on the feet though with this soft gravel, but we're coming in via a massive industrial area. We haven't rejoined the main route. That's still probably the joining point is ahead of us, but it's been an easy morning. Nowhere to stop. We did feed a donkey, which was good fun, and passed lots of people running. There was an army camp, a military base, and they were obviously out exercising, so there were, I don't know, 100 people past us doing their daily run. But we're looking forward to finding somewhere to stop for a coffee. It's been muddy in parts where they're doing construction, building overpasses and roundabouts. The cathedral at Burgos.